Hello and welcome to something I've been kind of meaning to do for a little while, and that is finish off the series I had running of Tropico on YouTube. And I thought probably the best way to do that at the moment is simply to stream it, because it's a lot easier to maybe go at it till I run out of time in the game, because I think there's a fixed end date, rather than try and get my brain to cooperate in making several discrete episodes. And as I am supposedly doing a bit more streaming than I was, it also seemed like a good thing to do on that account as well. So let's continue our previous game, see where we were. Of course, the peril of doing this is that as it's all live,
well, at least Penultimo
is
still on my side.
The peril of doing it live is there's any cat noises or mistakes or anything like that. I mean, I'm recording this for YouTube as well, so it'll be on YouTube at slightly higher quality. But yeah, there we go. New Harris 1997. That's the one we want. So I might be able to do a bit of editing there if anything goes catastrophically wrong. But yeah, there might be cat running around in the background noises or some such. Right, so see if I can remember the controls. It looks like, is it just taking a while to load in the... I don't remember it looking this bad. Is it? Oh, for some reason, okay, for some reason everything has reset itself, so it's really terrible quality. Okay, custom high. Okay, I think that's best quality settings. So that was weird. Okay, that looks a bit better. I mean, it's definitely a little aged looking at this point. I can't remember when Tropico 4 came out, but it's still not bad looking for its age. Right, where was I? I can't actually remember. We'd built a space TOG program, and I think we had some... Did we have some events ongoing with that? Possibly. There was more left to do. We've also got some various things going on there. And yeah, I think otherwise we were just letting things tick along, building up a bit here and there. We've built up some decent industry. I think we've got enough food for everyone, although we can check the ledger. People are mostly happy. If I look at is it overview I want? Don't have a lot of tourists. I remember we were trying to get tourists kick-started as a thing, but it wasn't supposed to be a major part of the economy, just a bit of the economy. Right, down on money at the moment, but I think that's because I keep spending money building things. Exports, imports. What are our imports at the moment? Tobacco, bauxite, gold. So I think we've run out of deposits of... Did we even have some deposits of these things? I don't know, because your own natural deposits do run out after a while. Oh yeah, the salt mine. I remember the salt mine. What else did we have? Oil well. I think we were a bit... Oh, I seem to remember we didn't have a lot of resources going on, so that's just... oh, things having no workers. Do we need more people? Maybe we need more people. Is that a hotel? That's a hotel, right? Oh no, the ziggurat was a housing. Okay. So yeah, we could do with some more immigrants, perhaps? What's our immigration policy? If I can actually even find... Oh, that's the customs office. There we go, immigration office. Tropico first. Immigration is forbidden except for high specialists. Oh, I remember why we did this, because... it was earlier on in the year when the scale of the pandemic and the seriousness of the pandemic was just starting to become apparent.
The rebels have fled with terror from the island after seeing a horrible beast, which
right, so rebels have fled the island. Okay.
Himself.
We actually lost about 20 people there. So, I don't know, but maybe we should open it back up again. Skilled workers. Sure, let's go for skilled workers, because we do apparently have a worker shortage.
We were just about to land on the moon, but the Americans beat us to it. So
Oh, here we go.
landed
So
on
this is a
Mars
space
instead.
event. So we landed on Mars. We received 40,000 each year. Nice. Okay. Hey, Fu. Oh, I forgot to post in the Discord that I was going live, but never mind. Yeah, that's just an extra 40k each year from the space program that's been generated. So nice. Okay. So yeah, we're importing a little bit of corn and a bit of tobacco. Tobacco we could certainly, I think, have some more of. The thing is, at the moment, do we have enough workers for what would be biofarm? Tobacco. We don't have a lot of super suitable tobacco growing areas, apparently. Or at least nowhere where we could really build a farm easily. Next to the volcano seems like not the best idea. Yeah, apparently tobacco likes slopes, but you can't build anything on slopes, and those are the only sort of suitable areas we've got. So I don't know if there's any way around that. I guess we just have to build it where we can build it. It's a pity almost you can't build the older farms once the... I think I've probably said this in much previous ones, that yeah, you can't build older farms. Right, this I guess is sort of about the best we're going to get, but we want somewhere a little bit closer to town. Is yellow... is that kind of orangey better than the green, or... I don't know. I guess we'll build one there. That's near enough to a road already. Organic ranch. Okay. Of course, the main difference between me doing this with YouTube and doing this here on stream is like I can, you know, talk to the chat, and the chat will appear on the thing as well. But I'm not expecting loads of viewers. So, what do we need to increase people's happiness? Religion quality, job quality. I think job quality is just a matter of wages. Religion quality, we could certainly build... would that be welfare? Diamond Cathedral. We did build one of those already, didn't we? Yes.
So be it.
Build a little church.
Jedi.
Atam! With the 4-month resub. Thank you very much, Atam. This is not the usual sort of game, but... looks like some little random houses down here. Let's build a church down there, sure. And I can actually hire people for that church as well. So yeah, I think this goes to... when did I think? Was it like 2010 or something? Where's the timeline? Timeline goes up to 2008 here, but it does scroll as it goes along. Have we got any particular... The ziggurat we built already. 1996 Babel Tower. Did we build one of those? I could just check quickly. Commodity prices of jewels and fine jewels increased by... I think we've got a jewelry factory. We're going to have a mad cow scare in a couple of years. And commodity price of bauxite increases by 50%. But I don't think we're actually... What's this mine here doing? Borehole mine. They're bringing up iron. Okay. I think that's all we've got is iron. Hey, Bit at Skenya. Don't know if you've ever played 4. 4 is the last one that I have. I mean, I played the original Tropico when it came out. I think the only one I didn't play was it Tropico 2 that had the pirates? And then I played a little bit of Tropico 3, and then I played a bit more of this game. Certainly a bit more since I've done it as a YouTube series. I know Tropico 6 just came out not that long ago, and that looks decent as well. But some of these series, you know, some of the older games are still very worth playing. And one of the other things I've been playing recently, which is I mean, Civ 6 isn't even that new of a game, but they keep putting out these quite big, fairly heftily priced expansions for Civ 6. But I've actually been going back and playing Civ 4, and as you go through the Civ series, there's actually quite a lot of mechanical differences between them, even as some of the core things stay the same. So Civ 4 is the last one that allowed unit stacking, for instance. This one's I am extracting. Okay, I have 1 bauxite mine. Okay. But, that has its positives and its negatives. So if you had... I really like some things from Civ 6, such as the religion system. So if you had like the religion system of Civ 6 and a lot of the mechanics from Civ 4, that would be like my perfect civilization game. But not a lot of people moving into this, even though the rent is cheap and the housing quality is high. But I guess the housing quality of my other buildings is just generally also quite good. I mean, that's probably why. The housing quality of the apartment blocks is better. So that will soak up people from tenements, because tenements are a little bit worse, depending where they are. So tenements, actually, if there's a fire station nearby, have about the same. So if I built a fire station near here, that would actually bump that up to about 90. So I could maybe either get rid of some of the older tenement blocks or replace the tenement blocks with housing that I can charge a bit more for, because the tenement blocks just only barely make profit, whereas the modern apartment blocks make more. Whereas this has got more people in it, so in theory that ought to make more. So, what if that church is built yet? Yes, so what we can do, that's actually already filled up. I guess we had sufficient high school workers, so let's do the same with government, it would be, I guess. Fire station. Stick that there, and we'll have... because I accidentally clicked there. There we go. So we'll mostly empty that, and we can set that to building inspections. Special training to building inspections, or is it? Oh no, it's the cat in tree one. So increases housing quality. So that one decreases the upkeep. So I can actually decrease the upkeep of this building potentially and make it more profitable. But I think if we increase the housing quality, that's probably going to be more what we want. So Mayan pyramid solar panels, it does kind of, it's sort of evocative of that, really, isn't it? It's a bit of a strange design. I can't really envisage living in such a structure, but I guess they felt it would look a bit modern. Now, I'm sure I did build one of these things. It's like the... Okay, Telecom HQ, National Bank. Is that the Babel Tower thing? Attractions. Cigarette. We can actually build more of those as well. It's not just like a one thing. Business at a Babel Tower. Oh, yeah, no, we definitely don't have one of those. Good grief, that is very tall. I don't think we have enough people there to kind of justify having that just yet, but anyway. So once that's built, we'll get better housing quality. That's our electronics factory. Water treatment plant, that's fine. Got that biofarm built and now running. How are we doing for unemployed? 36 women. So we have an opening for what can we build? Because some hire both. Oh, have a mission.
great calamity, President.
Yeah, sometimes you get
All
back
of
extra
my
from that.
vibes were-
We've got 2 electronics factories actually. No, in fact 3. That must have been for a mission. I'm just trying to remember what I've got, what I don't got. High school. We could build another grade school probably. They hire. Let's see. Welfare and economy. Education and media. There we go. We don't have any TV stations still. So let's build that there, and then maybe a few little nice bits around here. Now, what were the keys for this again? There we go, that was it. It's a pity you can't have more graduations when you're rotating it. What kind of power sources do I have? It's a mix. We've got I think mostly solar, but we did have some wind turbines as well, I think. Or is it just solar? I think I replaced all the wind turbines with solar because it was going to be more power efficient. You can also build nuclear power plants. So total power 1200, total consumption 1100 just about. I don't think you can build any oil-fired power plants though. Well, that's not making any money apparently. Right. Export weapons. Did we have a weapon factory built somewhere? That's a good question. Cannery, Rum Distillery. Construction office. Lumber mill. Well, apparently we haven't built that. Production increased by 30%, so I might as well take that. We really don't have a lot of tourists, do we? I'm not seeing any weapons factories. Unless I'm just missing it. Cement factory, cigar factory. Housing quality 40. Oh, no wonder nobody wants to live there. I might actually just demolish that conventillo. We don't really want a lot of conventillos. Restore that one. That one I think we can demolish. Didn't we build a car factory as well? I'm trying to remember where everything is now. Is that the car factory? Oh no, we did build a weapons factory. Okay, it was right there. Apparently we just haven't exported anything yet, I guess. The crude oil one is definitely a bit confusing to me. Does crude oil mean not having gone through the refinery? Do we have to like close the refinery for a bit? Oh. Let's try that. Maybe that's the thing I was missing all along, is I have to not be putting it through the refinery and just export it directly. Don't know. Hey Shiva. Right, that's got a few more people living in it. I can probably put the game speed up a bit. I'm trying to remember what the shortcuts are now. I don't know if there is one for speed. Right, grade school. So that housing quality's now gone up to 88, which is good. So that's going to suck in some more people and hopefully make a bit of profit. That's been bumped up a bit. I think we'll keep one conventillo just because they're a nice colourful building, but yeah, in terms of housing that actually makes a bit of cash. So housing quality on these tenements isn't particularly good, but there's no... Oh. There's no fire station nearby, so that'll be why. Oh, there's another conventillo there, isn't there? Must be a much newer built one. Right, and that'll actually bump up the housing quality of these once this cat-in tree actually I don't know if that takes a while to kick in or whatever, but anyway. Right, yeah, okay, we're back in the green in terms of income and exports and whatnot. Objective completed. Sadly, we received no camels for... Yeah. So, crude oil and weapons are the two current...
Presidente, you have one final year of your mandate.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was going to be like 2010, but apparently it does just run up to 2000. Okay, then. This might be a much quicker thing than I thought it was going to be. But if it is going to be ending that soon, then... I guess I will I don't know, we'll do one of the scenarios or something. Right, what was this gonna... Do we have the... what power did we... What did I say we were at? About 90 megawatts. That's going to be 50 megawatts. So yes, we do just about have the power. Right, where are we going to squeeze this in? Well, apparently it won't go quite in that gap. I don't know, is that the best place I can put this? We want it near here. I might put it on the other side of there. If this is the final year, I really don't need to build this thing, but I'm gonna, just because I can. Cat Pats. Oh, well, I presume you saw my Twitter then, Shiva. Yeah, I was planning to start this earlier, and then Sam decided he was going to settle on my lap while I was at the computer. And in order to do that, I have to have the thing that my keyboard sits on just pushed all the way in. So I can't really use the keyboard except for the left edge of it. So, yeah, I couldn't really properly get set up for streaming, and it was so cute and so peaceful, and I just didn't have the heart to move him because he was lovely. So in other words, he's basically got me about as brainwashed as it's possible to be as a human. Right, I'll set that up to max priority. Wow, that takes up a lot of uneducated workers. I wonder what options that will have. So, up to over 1,000 island residents. I think overall this has been a particularly, not particularly, a fairly successful run of Tropico, you know, of a sandbox campaign, but there's still a lot of the island I haven't developed. You know, I could have possibly been a lot more aggressive in terms of how much I built and what my population could have ended up being instead. But it's only really towards the latter stages of the game that I've had all this ridiculous amount of money to actually throw around the place. So, yeah. But considering that is actually... Maybe put that rent up to 2. Are there any edicts I want to throw around the place just now? Given that we're in the last... National Day, sure. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Edicts. Ban social networks, yeah, we did that already. The Internet Police. Dun dun dun. We never did build a SWAT HQ, did we? There's a bunch of stuff that I never really quite did. But I think overall, I'm fairly happy with how this went. Yeah, no cathode race. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, they can't lie across the top of the CRT like they used to in the olden days. That is a very tall wooden scaffold. I'm not entirely sure that's how you would make a building that tall somehow, but anyway. Right, we're exporting weapons. I have no idea how this oil thing works. Let's just open that back up. Bamboo is strong, true, but this is like a... How even tall is this? This has got to be... What? 60 stories plus? I'm rubbish at trying to estimate, but that's got to be a fairly tall tower. It's much taller than any other tower I've got. Yeah, it just looks like ordinary metal scaffolding when you zoom in. The Tower of Babel. Yeah, apparently this is my last year of the game, so are we even going to get this finished? We're in November of 1999. It might just let me keep playing. Because this was the thing I was confused about, because the timeline shows events beyond 2000, so maybe there's an option that lets you keep playing. I guess we'll see. Oh, it's starting to phase into existence. December 1999. Are we going to make it? I hope so. So there's the autosave. Oh, we can keep playing. Okay. We'll keep playing for a bit then. Even though we sort of have finished. I mean, I could end it right there, but well, we'll keep playing and just call this like the last episode / stream of the McJedi ruled Tropico Island. In fact, what we could do is just like throw the gates open on immigration.
El Diablo does not agree with
Yeah. And see how many more people in we can get. Let's say I'm going to go for another hour. That seems about a good span of time. Right.
So be it.
Carnivorous
Jedi.
carrot with 6 months. Thank you very much. There's a whole bunch of stuff we've never built in terms of... did we build an aqua park? No, we built like a spa. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of these tourist things we never built. It's like, why not? Sure. It's almost done. Freighter exported 200,000. Yeah, okay. We seem to have a pretty decent export economy going, all things considered. Are there any factories and things I haven't built at this point? Chemical plant. Electronics, we've got a car factory. I'm sure we built a car factory somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that was about the only thing, I think. So, sure, why not? 20 megawatts. I think we'll probably need more power. Will be infrastructure, solar power plant. We can build a nuclear power plant. But I don't think we really need to. Go. It's almost finished. Right, that provides a heck of a lot of workplaces with hopefully a fairly decent job quality. I think happiness has actually gone down there slightly. We never built an airport either. That's something we could possibly have a go at. Overall happiness. We could bump up wages a bit. Maybe we bump up the bottom end of wages for like everybody. It shouldn't affect the economy too much. Oh, got another thing.
My son, I spoke to God today, and he is not very pleased right now. He wants some things signed.
He wants me to burn some books. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think maybe we won't do that. I think is it Tropico 6, whereas you have different like as you go on, as you achieve different things, your palace kind of upgrades along the way, or do you have to upgrade it yourself? I can't remember, it was something like that. I watched a couple of videos on Tropico 6. I'll almost certainly buy it at some point in the future.
Presidente, it seems that after years of collecting the dictator life
Buy a new
monthly
factory for
magazine,
one free
our
rum
coup
distillery.
d'etat
Okay. Could be worth having. 40,000 a year, that's pretty nice. Right, so aquapark. Splashing water, screaming children, Cthulhu lurking somewhere in the depths, so we can sell. High sugar drinks, which will presumably increase the number of people going, but decreases service quality. Daycare service. Leave the kids at the aquapark and go tour the beautiful island of Tropico. Only children are allowed in the aquapark, but they generate double profits. Let's try that. Also, wow, that filled up almost instantly. So that's presumably all of the female unemployed workers. Let's just instantly soaked them up. And that's going to start generating profit right away, which is quite nice. Right, how are we for, like, crime and safety? Police station. Is there an overlay for that? apparently, everyone is just disappointingly uncriminal in Tropico. I've only got 2 police stations and that's enough for just about everybody. Liberty! Everyone has very poor liberty. We could maybe build like another newspaper office or something, or a TV station perhaps? It's a thing we haven't done. Well, that's true. It is a good thing. Well, it increases liberty in a very large area. Well, we have practically no liberty right now, so... It's been not particularly a high priority of mine for some reason. I've been a lot more focused on... let's squeeze it in next to the thingy tower. So we can have propaganda TV, increases respect, increases the liberty, generates revenue, Russian soap operas. So there's a couple where they'll generate revenue. We can rebroadcast the BBC, so let's do that, I guess. Presidente donates 2 camels to the Caribbean Zoo Association. See, there must be these timeline events. I guess you don't get any new buildings after 2000, but it keeps going with a bit of flavour. If you do decide to keep continuing, I suppose. Right, objective completed. So we did all the weapons. That's the jewellery thing. I'm sure we've got a jewellery factory somewhere. Right, that's actually almost filled up. If we're going to need some more. We've got a couple of tenements that are sort of empty. Maybe build another couple of... maybe some condos? Oh, I don't think there's any variation on the modern condo. It does have a slightly Tyrrell Tower feel to it, but not quite. Slightly Blade Runner-ish. Hey, erratic Buddha. Right, so we can also just plonk some money down. Increase our solar capacity now up to 1600 megawatts of power, which is pretty good. Liberty, job respect, religion quality. Religion quality is still kind of on the low side, so we might build another a cathedral or something. So that just replaced the regular cathedral. I guess it has. Right, there was a little ding of the of an event pop-up happening there.
Hey, Presidente guy! How come we don't get as much as those idiots on the other island?
Okay, they want the job
This
quality
is not
happiness to
okay
go up,
with
so we'll
El
actually
Diablo.
take that. 56. What are our average? So uneducated workers will bump up to 20. Educated workers will make 25. High school, where's somewhere that has high school workers? High school will make like 22. That's going to increase my... Did that actually drop down by 1? That should be climbing. So I guess we'll put that back on. Where are we? Lost where I have my... Immigration office, there we go. Skilled workers. I guess the fireworks means they're happy. So, hooray! Is there anybody using the aqua park? Not really. Well, we could do with another hotel. I did say we were going to think about building an airport, didn't we? So let's find somewhere to do that. Well, there's a riot starting. Yeah, that's always a possibility. We'll probably need some more food farms as well. Corn. There's plenty of places to build. Places with good fertility for a corn farm. Let's squeeze one in down there. That's fine. So those condos should fill up rather fast. Right, so an aerodrome. 20 megawatts, 20,000. We're going to need to just build it kind of way out along here. Doesn't quite match the way the road's pointing, which is just slightly irksome, but you know what, that'll do. So, TV station's nearly built. I have given them a lot to build all at once, I suppose. You know, Sam is almost suspiciously quiet right now. I'm actually slightly concerned. Well, we never built a furniture factory, but... Right, we're going to get one of these for very cheap, apparently, so I might as well use that. Rum Distillery. Build another one of those, sure. Make a bit more money from exports. $58 out of 80. How much more can I get away with raising up wages? Income's pretty good at the moment. Island expenses. Wages 98k. Well, there's another conventillo down there. Man, I've got more than I thought I had, apparently. I guess we're bumping up wages even more. So let's bump up those wages to 30. Set those wages to like 24. And high school to like 27. Yeah, getting used to life as a cat. It's always worrisome if he's being very quiet, but I can't actually see him lying somewhere curled up sleeping. It's slightly worrying. It's like he's probably up to something that I won't approve of. Right. So we can build more of these great big weird pyramids. Keep a line of sight to your internet cable. Yeah. That's probably not a bad idea. How are we doing with making guns? Apparently that's reasonably profitable. Right, let's actually switch to that one. The other ones come with a slight relations penalty. How are we doing for healthcare? Do we need more hospitals? Healthcare is 78%, entertainment 67%, so we can maybe do something there as well. Movie theatre. Let's block that just about there, shall we? Just about finish that condo. I wonder if I need another, if the supermarket's close enough. Can probably build another metro doodad as well. So we won't get that garage overloading thing happening here quite so quickly. Let's build that there. So a lot of these things might be nice. It'd be nice if it was like SimCity and you had overlays for transport and overlays for whatever, but yeah. Apparently people are using the metro though, that's nice. I'm gonna need a substation over in the vicinity. This area as well. And they're taking their time finishing that station. Although I have lumped a whole bunch of construction projects on them at once, I suppose. Our overall happiness is going up a little bit, I think because I've been putting up wages, but job quality is still... I don't know, maybe we can do things like set factories to... Easy does it. That should bump overall job quality quite a bit. Oh yeah, you'll just have to ignore that. I don't even know how to stop those pop-ups occurring. They used to not, and then now they just kind of do, and it's sort of annoying. That's already on. Easy does it. I don't think we can do anything with like the mines. Can we? That doesn't have any kind of... Cement factory doesn't. Jewelry factory does. Hello, Sam. Meow. Oh, that's just sitting with maximum stuff in the output storage, so we probably need more. We always need more Teamsters. So one thing you will always need is more Teamsters. Well, whatever nefarious thing he's been up to is back to be nefarious in my presence instead, I guess. Job quality 64. What else can I do to increase job satisfaction? We've got actual prisoners at the moment. Yes, we do. We were keeping the prisons nice and full. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else we can do to bump it up other than just increase wages over and over. Right. The airport is approaching completion. We'll make that a high priority job as well. Well, we've got a mission for it, so, you know. I suppose dictating's a bit easier when you keep everybody happy. And they're less likely to be annoyed with you. Employee 53. Be nice if you could see more of a breakdown. What? Meow. Don't know how audible that is, but yeah. He wants attention, don't you, Sam? I'm paying attention to the strange glowing square and not to him, and that's unacceptable. Isn't it, Sam? Just super unacceptable. 100% unacceptable. Meow. Right. This is not a big airport, but I suppose it doesn't really have to be. He sounds lovely. He is lovely, aren't you, Sam? Except when he's being a butthead. Sometimes he's a butthead. Garage is overloaded. That garage. Have we not got a metro thing around this area? This is what would be really useful to have some kind of overlay available. Because I could build one. I could queue up yet another thing that I want them to build. Right, there's a metro thing there. I guess there's not one around here, so we could build one around here. Can squeeze it in somehow. Okay, that's fine. You want a permit? Hang on, I'm on. I can't click outside the window, unfortunately, Ralach. Because I can't do a client record, and this game doesn't do windowed borderless or anything like that. He keeps wanting me to do the burn books edict, but I can't quite bring myself to do that. How are we doing for... Well, that instantly filled up. Maybe we need just another... another construction office somewhere. Sort of squeezed one in there. I think I saw it become valid for just a second, but I don't think we could get a road round to that though. Oh, you want to post the Google Docs with it? Okay. Well, there is one. I just, yeah. I can't link to that right now because I can't really click outside the screen. There's actually some people without homes there, some shacks. That's interesting. It's fine, we'll just displace them. What we could do with, I think that's what we were using the conventillos for, weren't we? Free housing. We've also got some bunk houses down there. I'm just piling on everything. Let's build another two. Squeeze two in there. Airport should be done soon. Time does pass fairly quick in this game. I just need more mods, really. In fact, I've got a bunch of people that have made mods, but Foo's in bed. I think he's the only kind of one that still regularly watches, so yeah. I'll need to mod some people. I wonder if I need any more army types. It's a pity we can't build just a bog standard cathedral anymore because they have a bit of a smaller footprint. Although the Diamond Cathedral does actually potentially generate some income. Wait, I seem to have... Why have I got two supermarkets so close to each other? I have no idea. Let's set one of them to healthy food. He's disappeared again. It's quiet. Too quiet. I don't know, you might have brought it on yourself, Ralak. Oh, we don't have any workers. Can hire somebody in, I suppose. I think we will have to build another one of those because I think it has a lot of people and you can get the housing quality up to a decent level. Right, there we go. Additional tourists will arrive on the island, so charter flights, second terminal, and duty-free shop. So we might as well buy all of those things. So we will start to get tourists arriving via plane, and they I think they tend to be the wealthier tourists. I'm not sure. Right, that's increasing. Nice, that's doing a good job of increasing liberty in that area, but we still have a big patch over here, so we might squeeze in another, like a radio station. How big's the radio station radius down here? I think it was reasonably big. Oh, we've already got a Radio 3 free Tropico. We can build one of those. Right, so newspaper then? No, where am I looking? Media. Right, that just increases respect. Doesn't necessarily increase liberty. Huh, there seems to be some kind of limited ways of increasing liberty overall. don't remember that being the case in the older Tropico games. I was sure you could just have multiples of each type, but apparently in this game you can't. So we want to build more population within this radius, basically. It's not that much population out of it, it's just a couple of buildings. Right, I don't know if you can hear that. He's playing with his cardboard box. He's got a cardboard box. Are you having fun there, Sam? He basically likes to tear chunks out of it. 'Cause cats. How are we doing for food? We trade, want to imports. Still importing a bit of corn. But that farm hasn't really come online yet. Right, I think everything in the build queue is just about built. So apparently we can just build as many of these ziggurats as we want. There might be some more swanky housing down here. My I don't let him in the kitchen, so my bins are safe, hopefully. In terms of him getting into the rubbish. But yeah, when I was growing up, we had a cat that used to go bin diving quite regularly. We had one of those bins where it was a pyramid kind of shaped lid with a swivel lid on it. And she would regularly go diving in that, and we'd find her just the back legs sticking over the edge kind of thing. So that's your closest to coming in. Okay. Well, you know, you do read stories on the internet of cats just kind of moving into people's houses and going, yeah, I live here now. But in Sam's case, it was a bit more deliberate than that. Meow. Meow. Hello, Sam. Okay, put a little statue in there. Yeah, cats quite often do that. My mum, where she lives, she has about 2 or 3 neighbour cats that come in and visit, which the neighbours are well aware of. Alright, so jewellery's back to normal, and now beef prices are down. How are our hotels and whatnot doing? I think we have more hotel capacity than we really need. Sam, what are you doing? Oh dear, he's in playful mode. Oh, he's dragged one of my shoes out into the hallway. Okay, that's at least what partly one of the noises were. Well, the good thing about cats is they really don't care what you could call them. Oi, little toe rag, or considerably worse, and they wouldn't care. They don't know. Right, so that's just about finished. How's our edumacation? Not edumacation. Unemployment-education. I really wish you could break that down by educational kind of bracket, but sadly no. Bob listens to it. Well, they're probably just aware when you're speaking to them particularly. Right, I don't think we need to do anything for that, do we? Right, how much is the ziggurat? 84k for 50 families. That's way more than the modern apartment block. So you could just build loads of them, but it's probably not that efficient to do so. So let's just build some more modern apartment blocks. Ah, for some reason that has a different footprint than that. Okay. $45 tourists? Nice. Oh, you actually see a... Do we need a garage here? I guess we do, because otherwise the tourists have to walk. Or even... We don't even need a garage. We could just build a metro station, couldn't we? Metro station outside the airport makes sense. Otherwise the tourists are going to be a little bit disgruntled at having to... Yeah, it is an awfully short runway for landing even a twin jet on it, but apparently somehow they manage it. And look at them just casually wandering across the runway. Sure. That's absolutely fine. Right, that should ease the thing off that garage a bit, I guess. How are we doing for pollution? We want to build a water treatment plant over here. Wherever that is. Some luxury flats next to a water treatment plant. That's the perfect place for one. Oh, you actually have options for that. Water purification. Happy powder sounds interesting. Upkeep of the water treatment plant. Environmentalists were expecting more. Well, we can reduce the amount of trips people need to make to hospital, so that will actually effectively increase our... Didn't even realise that. I've had water plants for how long, and I didn't even realise that was an option. He's doing something. I can hear him. I can hear him. Have you got the zoomies, Sam? Have you got the feline zoomies? I think he does. Right, these all had things I could build. Yeah, these are filling up already. I have no idea how to get rid of this crude oil one. Complete mystery. Yeah, even if I did have the cat cam, which has been further delayed to further back in October, you wouldn't see anything at the moment because he's busy running around like a madman. Or a mad cat, I suppose. What can we fit in here? Nice little double kind of park bench area, sure. Statue. I really wish you could just, and I definitely said this previously, but I really wish you could just paint the ground with that kind of concrete stuff so you don't end up with these weird little green patches in amongst the paving. People going to that cinema, that's fine. People using the metro station. Actually getting dropped off at the metro station by cars. Is that a guy with a wheelbarrow just ran in there? Okay, apparently so. Right, that's bauxite going up. Let's take a quick look at the timeline. So that's 2010 to 2030. So there's boom from then to then and a boom from then to them. I don't know why there's that little gap there. Price of all housing buildings increases by, so that's 2016, 2018. And respect is going to be reset for one of the factions. Okay. So even having set all my industries to easy does it. So why has it got the low job quality? Where's that being dragged down? Everyone's got reasonably high that I can see. 84, 65. Apparently people really don't like working there. So why is that different? Why has that got much higher quality than that? Well, neither of them are probably particularly well placed. Next to an oil refinery, that's where you want to fish, right? Wow, Minister of Education passed away, so we have a... Oh, we also have a vacancy for... Okay... A couple of vacancies, in fact. Interior. Courage abysmal. Whatever. Anything people particularly want? No luxury goods. Alright, well, apparently we need a bit of healthcare over here. A clinic should do the trick. And luxury goods would be economy. Shopping mall. Have I built one of these yet? I don't know that I have, you know. So we've got some nice kind of garden area in front of this. I still don't know the exact effect building stuff like this has on the kind of niceness of an area, but I'm sure it does. Right, it's in the DLC, isn't it, the one I'm looking for? The benches are super useful. Filling in gaps like these. Just make it look a little bit busy, but that's fine. I'll probably slot some more condos or something in there. Right, he's currently rabbit kicking one of his stuffed fish to death, as one does. Oh hey, I've completely missed looking at that. However long ago I said that. Hellfire Man! Long time YouTube fan, not checked your Twitch out, so I thought I'd give it a try. Well, hello, welcome. I don't think it's probably that much different than, like, it's the usual sort of ramblings, basically. So, well, we're gonna relocate that fish farm because that doesn't seem to be in a good spot. I don't seem to particularly enjoy working there, so let's build that, say, there, and build a bit of road out to it. Road, there we go. So yeah, hopefully you are suitably entertained while you're here. That's my goal anyway. That's the entire reason I'm here.
Your business is appreciated.
And I am, as you've possibly seen on YouTube, trying to focus a bit more on Twitch anyway, so a lot of my YouTube output at the moment is just Twitch highlight, and this is all going to be on YouTube as well in a couple of days' time. Complete with cat meowing. Sam has a lot to say about the state of me, how I'm running this island, apparently. Meow. Is that what you think of my performance, Sam? I don't know if that's a good thing or not, if he's finding it satisfactory. Or if he thinks I'm doing a terrible job. Right, I think we can set this to, like, luxury goods. Oh, hello, Sam. Oh, he's on my lap now. Okay, I don't know how this is going to work exactly. There's not a lot of room here, Sam. Service quality increased by 20. Of course, prices are doubled. Let's go for that. Well, the advantage of him now being on my lap is he can meow practically right into the microphone if he wants to. I'll try upping the wages a bit there. Meow. It was you that wanted to come up here, Sam. You don't want to, like, don't complain to me about there being a lack of lap space right now. You're the one that's going to have to make this work. Yeah, he's telling me very firmly that's not how this works, though. That he is the one in charge here, aren't you, Sam? Right. What does radar dish do? That's one thing we haven't built so far. Clear the airwaves. Blocks rebel and foreign radio stations, causing subversive activities to occur less frequently. Search for aliens. So we can basically have like a SETI installation. Sell spy information. Could do that. So we can have up to 5 of these apparently. Oh, yeah. Every time that pops up, it's because I'm trying to use WASD to move around the map, and you can't. It's an old-fashioned game where you have to use the arrow keys, which of course are on the other side of the keyboard. Sam, you are awkward. Oh, so very awkward. Anyway, let's build some radar dishes. Sure, let's build some... Could build some radar behind El Presidente's palace. That seems like a place you would totally put a bunch of radar dishes. Yeah, somewhere a bit higher up, maybe. If we put it near the airport, that would sort of look... you wouldn't really want a bunch of high-powered radar dishes near your airport normally, but... Oh, Sam, that looks very awkward. You're the one that wanted to lie on my lap, Sam. Okay. What are you doing? I can't quite decide how he's going to comport himself. It's complicated. There's like feline, what's the word I'm looking for? Like geometric calculations going on in his head right now. He's crunching the numbers on volume versus space available versus the flexibility of a cat's spine. Right, let's just, I don't know, plonk them, I guess, kind of... I don't think they need any manpower, so let's plonk them between these two. Oh, you're very chatty, Sam. Where was it? forgot now. Education immediate. Yeah, that totally makes sense as to why you'd have radar dishes, but sure, let's build 2 of those. Meow. He's just sitting awkwardly on my lap now. He's not. He's like sat up. He's not quite decided if he wants to properly lie down or not. This is less turned into me playing the game and more me just giving a running commentary on my cat. But that's how you make it big on the internet, right? Have a cute cat. Sam, what are you doing? No, out of there. No, Sam. Before you knock something off my desk. He was trying to have a little explore. I tried meowing at Sam. I meow at him all the time. Meow. 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 Are you happy, Sam? Are you? So that's... Actually, let's do the search for aliens, I suppose. I guess we can have different satellites, different dishes doing different things, so we'll have one doing each. We also still have tourists. Are they just... Or are they construction people walking from the metro station? Meow. Right, there we go. He's got his bums properly settled down now. That was a whole production you did there, Sam. It was quite involved. So we're doing for housing space. Reasonably well. Decent amount of overhead. It's my annual film rights, the 40,000. You know what, just for the heck of it, let's build another one of those ridiculous, great big Blade Runner-esque building housing block things, which is definitely what you want right in the path of a runway. It's fine, it's fine. Sure, let's have another one. I can probably... What if you can have just 2 fire stations next to each other? You probably could. The question is, would doing that decrease the costs enough to cover the cost of running the fire station? I don't know. Right, so our dishes are up and running. That's fine. We've got a little... thing message popped up somewhere and I've missed looking on the minimap where it is, so let's just scroll around. I'm not seeing it. "17 tourists." Yeah, we're definitely doing alright in terms of tourists. I'm still seeing lots of things piled up outside of various buildings though, so let's build yet another Teamster's office somewhere. Sure we can squeeze one in. Yeah, that'll do. Gap there. And that thing is ridiculous. So you know, yet another huge, stupid housing block. So how come the housing quality on that's only 81? That one's bumped up to 90. Or is that just because no one's moved in yet? There's still walk from the airport. I don't think so. I think they are using the metro station. Yeah, 80 odd, so there are cars going past from the borehole mine over there, where we're pulling iron out of the ground. Right, let's check. Unemployed is actually up to 90 now. What we could do with providing some more jobs. I guess we'll build a police station just because. I think it might be useful to have one up here. And I had another thought there as well. I forgot what the thought was, but let's just build some kind of other entertainment building up here. Nightclub. Pub would do. I'll just slot into some gap somewhere. Yeah, I could build a zoo. I think we've already got a zoo built, maybe? Or do I? I might not have built a zoo, you know? Maybe I haven't. Where's that going to be? Attractions? Tourism? Stuff is sometimes... Zoo. Yeah, I don't think I have built a zoo. So we could indeed build a zoo. We squeeze that in here. That farm is not actually the most productive farm. We might get rid of that farm. I don't know. Right, let's build a zoo there then. Oh, we could build another metro station around there as well. Now that's starting to make a bit of money, which is quite nice. So just click on a random person and see if there's anything that they're missing. No luxury goods. Everyone's complaining about that. What do I need to build for luxury goods? Oh. Stock exchange? No. Huh, what do I build to give people luxury goods? That's a good question. Luxury attractions? That won't be it. Shopping mall. We do have a shopping mall. Do I just need a... I'll just set it to normal store then, see if that works. Imports. Imports are allowed. Oh, I see. So just having the shopping mall. So, okay. So we are importing there. That's fine. Oh, lost artifact. Defense Minister. No? Okay, apparently that's fine.
Presidente, China has requested that several countries from the Middle East...
Yeah, I'll go with that one. And, oh, there's a thing. No, he's
God
still...
told me
Oh,
last
built
night
using
that
2
he
new
has a
diamond
mission for
cathedrals.
you.
Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. Very expensive, but well, we do have money. That's fine, I guess. Build one there, and you know what? We could... I've had this weird, ugly gap behind the palace for ages and ages, so maybe we'll build one there as well. Just about get that to fit. Apparently we also need some more free housing. Maybe I shouldn't have blown up that conventillo that I did. How much do we make from rent, actually? Income. Doesn't tell me. Presumably that's part of the general overhead. We do have some housing that is basically uninhabited. Maybe I'll set tenement rent down to 0. And see how that works out. And then we could actually overall raise the general housing quality if people move out of the bunk houses and things. The bunk houses are the worst quality housing we've got. I could probably build another shopping mall as well, actually, down here somewhere. If I can find the space. I built that cathedral already.
Your business is appreciated.
And that one will just leave as fundraising. Sure, El Presidente Jedi, exactly. Or El Presidentina.
You are late. Hurry and do my manicure.
Where is she?
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's
she in a
the
garage at the moment?
prettiest ruler of them all?
Oh,
I
she's...
am bored.
Oh, there she is.
Entertain me.
That's a very cat-like thing to say, really, isn't it? But yeah, that's the Presidente, Irulan McJedi. Or, no, not Irulan, Amidala McJedi, it says right there. Years in office, 59. She looks very good for being in office 60 years. So, yeah. Apparently the people are unconcerned that she is in fact some kind of ageless vampire. Right, even though I've set those for being free, they've not actually filled up as much as I thought they would have. I could probably build one of those schools as well, actually. You never seem to be able to build enough great schools in this game. And the zoo's open, and apparently people like that. A bunch of people going to the zoos. I could try that. People do seem to tend to like to live relatively close to where they are, but if they're unemployed, I suppose that's not going to necessarily make any difference. Yeah, let's just blow up all the bunk houses and see what happens. That should raise the general level of housing. Any down here I've missed? Country houses actually have a fairly decent housing quality. Let's fill in the gaps with some of those. Yeah, that should then get people to move into the tenements, I guess. What? Am I stroking you too much? Is that shouldn't be a problem for a cat, Sam, but you're a bit weird. As are most cats, I suppose, so sure. Let's have a look, see. Happiness. Religious happiness should be... Oh, despite having built 2 entire new cathedrals, religious happiness is still only 55%. That one seems weirdly fickle. Carriage is overloaded. We could build... Just keep building metro stations when those messages pop up, I suppose. Get people to use those more. Why are you living in a shack when there's literally free housing that's way better quality? I don't know. Don't know. Reasons, complicated reasons that I wouldn't understand. Right, is there anything else I want to really build before I wrap this up? I think I've built most of the everything. Right, we need a Minister of Defence. What is it, Sam? I haven't built a nuclear program. Or a bunker. Well, we'll build a bunker. Wait, is that a nuclear bunker? Okay, it's decided that my lap is no longer a good place. So let's build the bunker quite near the palace, just in case El Presidente needs to get there in a run. And also a nuclear program, which I don't think we have already. Built that next to the space program, so therefore we can put the nuclear bombs on the rockets. Because why wouldn't you? How do you with the bunker? Shelter everyone. Presidente's Ark. Only Presidente. Yeah, let's go with only Presidente. That's Presidente's personal bunker. Everyone else is expendable. Exactly. Right, I think we've got more people moving into the tenements. That's now full. That's about half full. Fairly decent quality. The happiness is slowly increasing. But we also have a fair few unemployed people. Build another food producing thing, why not? It's communist. Well, technically we're not really communist. We're not really anything except... it's sort of a... It's been quite a friendly dictatorship, this, really. Out of all the ways you can kind of slice it and dice it in this game, it's been probably not a bad place to live overall. I do think some of these air quotes, modern buildings, it does look like they were maybe a little lazy. They're just like, yeah, let's just slap together a bunch of geometric shapes and stick this one texture on it. That looks modern, right? The one kind of big exception is the 7-star hotel actually does look kind of unique. No secret police. Yeah, we don't actually... We've never really needed any secret police. I don't even think I've got a secret police headquarters set up. Canned coffee.
The U.S. Senate is not happy with you and
sure, I think we've got a cannery somewhere. Oh, we've never needed them thus far. Right, there's probably some other things like roller coasters and yeah, there's all these other kinds of things we've never really built. That'll fit in that gap. This is kind of tourism row, I suppose. What else? Voodoo Manor, Ferris wheel. Can we fit that here? Not just about. That farm... Oh. Auto-saving. That farm we might ditch. I don't think that farm is really providing a lot. We'll move that somewhere else. So that'll be... There we go, put that there. Maybe extend the road a little bit as well. Oh, I can feel my legs again. Surprisingly, it's surprising how heavy a small cat can end up being. I think we'll just like super fast forward this now, just to get things built quicker. I mean, economically, we're doing really very good indeed. Could probably be doing better, but we're certainly making plenty of money. Squeeze in another hotel there. Roller coaster in all mode, extreme speed. Sure. I can also put the Ferris wheel up to extreme speed as well. Honestly, it's a bit of a wimpy looking roller coaster.
Our Minister of Education was asked to become a guest star.
2 free colleges. Do we have we've got a college somewhere, right? Theatre. Sure, we've got a college somewhere. Oh well, we can build one if we don't have one already, especially if we're getting ones for free. It's like, sure, why not? Let's build a college there then. So yeah, it's a bit of a wimpy looking... Maybe we'll just set that to normal. I might encourage more people to go on there. There's the Ferris wheel. See you, Pirates Kenya. I don't think I'm going to be going for too much longer. just building all the things I never really built before. We built a pool already, right? Yes, we built a pool. Marina we could build. I've got one of those. Tourist dock. Oh yeah, that's what that is. That's how you get tourists before you get an airport. To 1,300 people now. So yeah, Voodoo Manor, a spa. Sure. That doesn't have a particularly big footprint. Should we squeeze that in? I guess. Voodoo Manor. I think all that'll be left after that is call a luxury liner. Are we actually like? Oh, it just kind of sits in the water and it's okay. Now we have a luxury liner, sure. The hotel should be almost built. Voodoo Manor, it's sure. And oh, what other attractions have we got? Blimp rides, balloon rides, ethnic enclave in air quotes, cocktail bar, sure. I'm just building all the things now. It's not like I'm even blowing through money that I don't, you know, I can not afford kind of thing, because I just have so much money. Gourmet restaurant, that would probably go quite well over here as well. It being the touristy area. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with my little island. Probably could have more people living on it by now, but I think I've done not too badly. Considering I hadn't played this or any other Tropico games in a very long time when I started doing this series. So let's take a little look over. Oh, I almost built the nuclear program. Let's take a little look over our stats. I'll maybe let things build before we do wrap things up properly, but yeah, let's do a final rundown. So, overall happiness, pretty good. We never really got very far with religion quality, but I really don't know what you need to do to crack that. That's always seemed to consistently hover around the middle, regardless of how many churches or cathedrals I've built. Maybe you just need to literally carpet bomb churches all over the place. Yeah, but overall we seem to be doing alright. Tourism is on the up. We've been obviously spending a lot of money building stuff just now, but the economy's been doing very well. Threat level, we've had like 1 or 2 attempts at rebellions, but generally speaking it's never been an issue. Overall happiness has been, you know, well, we just looked at that. Overall respect has been good. Average pay's been alright. Income disparity's not too bad. Citizens just been steadily climbing. Caribbean pay. So we're actually above the average Caribbean pay by quite a bit now. Trade, we've just been steadily exporting, and that's how you make money in this game, is just export all the things, especially as you start getting factories. Various factions all like me. USSR, mostly doing okay with. We've got excellent foreign relations, and then we just have all the lists. So yeah, this has been a fairly successful sandbox campaign overall. We're not quite up to the modern day yet, but we're not far off. I think that was my kind of original idea, as though I would try and take it to 2020, but given that we've passed the end date and I've basically done everything I wanted to do, I don't think there's really that much point continuing any further. I've kind of built all the special stuff that came with all the DLC. And I had some able feline assistants as well, which always helps. So yeah, I think I'm fairly happy ending the series here. And as for what I might replace this with, well, what happens if I let the game roll? How do you mean? It will just keep accumulating money, basically. Population will keep growing. Time will keep going on, but there's no new anything to add at this point. It'll just be everything that I've unlocked so far, so yeah. Oh, select spy information and... Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we don't get to choose in that process. So yeah, as to what to replace this with, I mean, CK3 just came out. I did have half an idea, and I'll tell you what I was going to do. Basically, create a McJedi empire in Stellaris. But Stellaris still has such kind of annoying systemic issues, rather, that I just realised I never connected this with a... Don't know why I suddenly had this thought, but yeah, that needs to be connected to a road. It still has some annoying systemic issues that mean that I would be hesitant to try and do a Stellaris series. I think I'd find it a bit too annoying in terms of, well, specifically sectors. The AI and the management of sectors is still not good, particularly in Stellaris. It's never really been good. It got kind of half okay for a while and then went back downhill again. So, yeah. But having said that, there are some quite fun mods for Stellaris that add things in. If I tried Among Us, that's the game you play with people, right? I'm aware of it. Why has that suddenly become popular again? Because I saw that came out like 2 years ago, and then suddenly everybody's playing it, it seems like. But yeah, I think probably CK3 will be the next thing that I have a crack at. And that too maybe has some issues at the moment, but I think there's enough fun to be had there. There's nothing that is particularly irksome. It's more just things that make the game a bit quirky, especially in terms of the blobbing of empires. Like, there doesn't seem to be anything that's particularly stops people just growing and growing and growing. There's some stuff about how you raise armies, which on the one hand is nice, but on the other hand kind of maybe makes things a bit too easy sometimes. Takes out some of the strategic things that were concerns, things you had to think about in CK2. The removal of boats is actually quite a big thing, because it means no matter how far you are sending your armies, it always costs you the same to load your army up onto boats. So it's a lot easier to do foreign invasions. But there's still a lot of fun stuff there, so yeah, I might do... I don't know if it would be a big long series, but it would certainly be good for some live streams. A big streamer or YouTuber played it and so it booms. Oh yeah, that would, I suppose, make sense. It's weird how that can happen, like a game that's been out for a couple of years and suddenly explodes in popularity just because somebody was like, oh yeah, that's quite fun. And they happen to be themselves quite popular. So yeah, it probably will be CK3, and there is a mod that does let you create custom dynasties. So we might have a go at making them like Jedis with that, and see how that works out. I'll have to try that off stream though, and if that doesn't work, you could basically take over an existing dynasty and just rename them, but you don't get the full kind of character customization that is in CK2. That's just not available in CK3 at the moment. So I think that about wraps it up for Tropico 4. Like I said, I probably will also try Tropico 6 at some point, but I imagine that'll be whenever it's on sale for what I would consider a decent amount. It's probably a bit too new for me to go and buy it new. And there's all kinds of other games that are coming out this year as well. So yeah, it's not a high priority, but the Tropico games are fun. They do scratch a particular kind of itch. Skipping Tropico 5. I've read Tropico 5 wasn't that great. Like, it had a bunch of stuff that really wasn't very popular. Because when Tropico 6 came out, I think they had a sale on Tropico 5, and I kind of looked at some reviews, looked at some YouTube things, and concluded that, yeah, maybe I would just give it a miss. Tropico 4 is probably closest to the classic Tropico experience. I think Tropico 5 did add, like, to their credit, they tried to add some new things in, but it wasn't necessarily all popular, or maybe necessarily done well. But hopefully Tropico 6 will have refined a bunch of that. So yeah, there's possibilities as to what I do next, but there's like a 90% probability that it will be CK3. So hopefully this has been enjoyable for everybody. We went through to the end of the game, as you can play it and beyond. And if you do fancy picking it up for yourself, well, I imagine it's pretty cheap these days. There's a fair bit here. I mean, heck, this is just a sandbox campaign. So if I save here, there's like a proper campaign to go through as well, where you do various islands and have specific goals and challenges to meet. In fact, there's even a Modern Times campaign as well, which is Modern Times, I think, was the DLC that came out for this. So there's a lot more to it than just the sandbox that I've been playing, essentially. So yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Still holds up very well today. No way to advance time in this one. How do you mean, Shiva? So what happens if one does not build anything new? I mean, you can set time to pass faster, but that's all. That's, yeah, you've got 3 different speeds and a pause, basically. So you can just like sit back and let things go on for a while if you need to accumulate money or something like that. So yeah, I'm guessing that's what you were asking anyway. So yeah, that's it for Tropico though. I have enjoyed this quite a bit, and I guess that's goodbye for now. And I will see you next stream and in whatever next series I decide to do. So wherever you are, have a good evening, and I will catch you next time.